everyone, I'm going to show you guys how I did my sequence, and hopefully this can help you. I'm using a project where I had to reconstruct a poem and make it into a landscape. I'm going to show you guys first the sequence I made. And now that you know what I'm working with, I'm going to show you what I finished with and then how I got there. So here's the finale. For this, I'm just going to do a reconstruct of what I did. So you're going to go to Cinematic, New Level Sequence. It's going to have you save a file. I'm going to name mine just for testing purposes. So I can show you what steps I took to make this sequence I did. It's going to have you, it's going to have a tab pull up for you, and you can take that tab and just put it into the content browser below, so that way you can look through 2 viewports at once. You're going to want to hit the camera module that will add a new camera for you, and you're automatically going to be put into the camera space. That's why it says pilot actor, cinema camera actor. You're already put into the camera headspace of what the camera views. So I'm going to put it into position, mess around with it to see what I feel like before I start this with you guys. This is the first thing that you should do. Don't worry about the things that are popped up there, by the way. Those are for additional purposes. You can use them later if you wish, but I'm just going to keep this very basic for now, so that way you guys can follow along, sort of. After finding a placement for yourself, that's when you can go in and actually edit everything, set your keyframes. I'm going to pull this up real quick so you can see more of what I'm doing. The camera part comes with many different aspects. You can do the aperture, the fine length, kind of like zooming in or out, and your focus detail, which will make something blurry in a scene if you want to unblurry. Your transformation settings are actually where your camera is placed. So since we're in the camera view and we're moving around, if you hit that transformation, like that little circle in between the arrows, it will set the transformation for you, so you don't have to worry about that. What I do is I go ahead and I hit the circles for the other ones as well, because, for example, if I want to zoom in, zoom out, change my focus, I can do as I please without it affecting my video horribly. Don't do as I did in the beginning. What you need to do first is you need to set the position in your time frame of where you want it to go next. So for example, let's say in 3 seconds you want it to move to the side of your object. To give a little bit more headspace, I have mine at 30 FPS, which is 30 frames per second. So mine goes in increments of 30. So at 30, it's 1 second, 60, it's 2 seconds, 90, it's 3 seconds. What I do want to say is, please do not forget to lock down your transformation. So, let's say you move your seconds, you'll hit that transformation key. It already sets it for you, so you can go ahead and adjust as you please. If you move your camera at all after hitting that transformation key, make sure you hit it again, or it's just going to go back to where it was. Again, I always make sure that I hit all the camera keys under the camera composer, just because if I want to change something later in the video, like I am right now, it's going to help me much more for later on things. So once I hit the keys, let's say now I want to put it into focus. Maybe just another second. Adjust that as you please. And now I can play the video. You can move through to see how it looks, or you can just simply play it. And this is what we got so far. Now, towards the end, I do want to say, if you want to render your video, there's a little videotape thing. That's where you go. You'll hit capture your movie. Let the video process through. Like, it's going to show, let it all go through first, wait to the very end. After that window disappears is when you can open that file and the render has fully been completed. Additional info, if you want to change the speed, you can always go to that little play button. And it'll have play speed in there, actually. And you can make it faster, you can make it slower, whichever you want to choose. And an additional thing, just to add, so the circles that we hit our key points in, there's arrows beside them. Those are just to only go next to the keyframe you want. Oh, don't forget, if you're having a hard time, let's say you get out of that camera spectrum, don't worry, you can go to perspective, and then under, don't worry about that, because if you go to perspective, go to placed cameras, your camera will be in there. You just have to click it, and you can go back to the camera view of how it was and adjust what you need. But thank you guys for watching.